Mm. All right, so Rafi is in now. Ibrahim. Oh my. Rafi, can you turn on your camera? We're just waiting on you now. Kenzie, Dora.
Hello.
All right, I think most people have turned on the cameras. So, Assalamu alaikum, everybody. My name is Rafif Hendra, and today I will be teaching you Python. Now, I wanted to teach you arrays, but first of all, I need to know how much Python can you guys do. So, I'm going to start off with a series of questions that will test how good you are at Python. So the first thing I'm going to test with you guys is how to do inputs and how to do loops. So can you guys see the whiteboard?
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
All right, so first of all, before we start this, does everybody have their Python open?
Yes.
Yes.
Right, you should have one blank screen and then another screen where your program will show up if you run it. So you should have two screens. So if your Python is open, then first thing I want you guys to do for me is write a program that allows you to input 5 heights. That's it. It's a simple program. You just need a loop and an input. So if you guys are done, just share the screen.
All right.
Teacher, I don't know how to open the Python.
You just have to go on the Windows and you type in Python, the search bar, you type in Python, and there should be a program called idle Python, and you click on that.
Teacher, is this the one? The Python 3.9.
Does it have
64
idle at the beginning? There should be idle at the beginning. I touch it.
What are you plus? I'm just confused. What are you doing now?
Jamie, where's the mic thing? It's not here. It's gone.
Apa?
The mic thing's gone.
Mic apa?
The mic thing's at the bottom. It's gone.
Mau unmute. Kamu mute.
Yeah, the mic thing's at the bottom. It's gone. Is this what happens if you share?
You're not mute.
Okay, look, I think from what I'm seeing from here, some of you guys don't know yet how to do loops or inputs. So I'm just going to show you how to do a loop. So can you guys see this Python screen?
Yes.
Yes.
All right, so this is for those of you who don't know how to do loops yet. So there's two loops, a while loop and a for loop. But for this particular exercise, it's much better to use a for loop.
All right.
So this is how you start off a for loop. You do for, okay, and then this will be a variable. So you can make it I, X, C. You can even make it hot dogs, whatever it is, it doesn't matter. So but I'm just going to use I since it's simple. And then I'm going to do in range. And remember, you got to put a colon at the end. Otherwise, it's not going to work. So this in range is basically how long you want this loop to be. So let's just make it, since you want it to be, you want to input 5 items, we do 4, not 5. You want to know why? Because in Python, a loop number starts from 0, not from 1. So instead of it going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, it's 0, 1, 2, 3, and 4. So you start off with 4i in
Kok dia
range.
nggak bagus di foto kan? Nggak nampak mukanya. Kalau gini.
So the next thing you need to do is you whatever stuff you want to loop, you just put it inside here. Now when you press enter, it should automatically indent. If it doesn't, that means you've done something wrong in the syntax, in the grammar of your code. So it should automatically indent. Anything that's indented means that it's inside this loop.
All right.
So I hope you got, so now you know how to set up a loop. Continue on with the task at hand. But yeah, this is how you start it.
When I put when I did the loop and then I put like 4 as one of the parameters, it only did like 4 numbers. Let me just show you actually. Should I screen share or something?
Yep.
Okay. Hang on. How do I do that?
It should be at the bottom of the screen.
Oh yeah. This was my code.
Yo, Lutfi, you're doing arrays already.
I'm doing what?
You're doing arrays already. You just declared an array at the very top.
Yeah, because I want to display the numbers that that the program gave you. So that's what I thought you need to do.
You don't need to output, but it's fine. It's fine. That's great.
Okay.
So
Then when I run it, I don't know. Can you see the thing running?
nope, because you're only sharing this screen.
Okay, wait. I think it's this. Can you see it now?
Yeah.
Yeah. So basically, what you do is you just type any number. Then it gives 4 numbers. Not sure why.
I just realized something. I think it's when it starts from 0. I think it only applies to arrays. So for the loop, try putting 5.
Oh, okay.
Because I think it only applies for arrays. Yeah, I realized it now.
Right. My Python is still a bit rusty. I haven't done Python in a while.
So anybody else done with the task?
Oh, yes, I finished it. Well, it's like a 2-line code.
Adam, your mic's a bit low. I can't hear you.
Is that any better?
Yep, that's a whole lot better.
All right. I finished the code with like 2 lines. Should I share my screen or should I send the code in chat?
Just share the screen, you know,
Alright.
so we can see the pretty print and everything.
Yeah. Can you see it?
Oh, yep.
Okay.
Yep, this is it, guys. Guys, this is literally it. This is literally it. This is all I wanted you to do. You get the loop, okay, and you get your input. Adam, okay, just one more thing I need to add. When you're inputting it, assign it to a variable.
What is it? Is that how it works? That's not how it works.
Adam, what I mean by that is you should do like height and then equals input.
Oh yeah.
So like when you're inputting it, it goes into the variable height.
Oh yeah.
No, in the one in the loop, not before it.
Adam, that's for arrays. That's like later on. But right now you're done.
All right.
All right. So Adam's done, and I think Lutfi's done. Anybody else that's done? No. No. All right, so for Adam and Lutfi, those of you who are done right now, I want you to extend this program. So write a program that allows you to input 5 heights, but now I want you to output the biggest and smallest height that you input. So you've inputted 5 heights. Now from those 5, I want you to output the biggest one and the smallest one. So you would need to use if statements and the bigger and smaller 2 sign for this. These are for those of you who are done with the first task. So this second task is basically an add-on to your program.
Sure.
So anybody else done like Adam and Lutfi?
After we set up the loop, what am I supposed to do? Like, how do I know what I'm gonna add for the next lines?
The next line is basically just an input line. So do you know how to do inputs?
Well, some, but the last time I coded was a long time ago.
All right, Zaid, just show me what you've done. I'll work you through it. Just share your screen.
I honestly haven't done anything, but yeah.
Have you at least done the loop?
Yes.
So guys, here it is. This is how you start it. And then literally after this, there's just one more input line. That's it. And you know, I think some of you might be a bit rusty, or I think some of you might not even have done an input line before. So, you know, to move this lesson along, I'll show you guys how to do an input line. So the first thing you need to do is write a variable for it, which again, a variable can be anything. It can be donuts, it can be cars, it can be anything. But since we're doing height right now, we are going to call the variable height. Okay, so now we got to assign a value to this variable, and to assign it, we'll do input. Okay, and then the inside will be the question. So it will be enter the height, like this. So basically what's going to happen here is if we run this, it's going to ask us enter the height. Okay, and then you enter a height. Okay, and once you inputted a height, it's going to go to this variable called height. And then it does it again 5 times. So let's run this now.
Rafif, I finished the code to find the biggest and smallest number. Should I share my screen?
Hold on, Adam. Let me just show the rest how to do an input line. All right, so this is remember guys, this is the code. So when you're finished with the code and you want to know if it works or not, you just click this button right here called run, and you do run module, and it's going to run it. So hold on, let me just show you. So when you run it, there should be a new tab that opens, and it's here. And just like before, it shows us that statement that we wrote inside, enter the height, and let's just say 145, 231, 121, 409, and 678. So boom, we just wrote a program that allows us to input 5 heights. So I hope you guys know how to do this now. And so for those of you that didn't finish, I want you to do the same exact program. But this time, since I've told you how to write it, I think I should ask you a different variation of it. So I'm going to go back to my whiteboard. And Now, instead of a program that allows you to input 5 heights, I'm going to ask you to write a program that input 6 height, and this time not heights, but weights. Now, again, this is the same thing as the program that I just showed you, but the in range is different and the input statement is different. It's instead of enter the height, it's enter the weight. So those of you that didn't finish, you guys should do this new program. Adam, you said you're done, so can you share your screen?
Yeah, just give me 1 second. I'm changing the code for it to be weight instead of height.
No, Adam, that's just for them because they didn't manage to do the first thing. And so I had to show them.
Can you see it?
Yeah, I can see it. All right. So right. So 180. Yep, that's it. That's done.
All right.
So
Wait, Rafif.
Adam, just hang on a minute. Let others catch up to you. So anyway, anybody else
Yeah, I
finish the
finished
first task?
Yeah, I
I
finished the
finished
first
the
task.
6 heights.
Yeah, the
Wait.
weights.
Yeah, wait.
All right. So Zaid, can you show me your code?
Here.
Yep. You did the in range is 6, and you did enter the weight. Yeah, well, okay, the variable is still called height, but again, doesn't really matter. So Zaid, great job. You're done. Move on to the second task, the one that that Adam and Lutfi are doing. And Rafi, can you share your screen?
Yeah, okay.
Brilliant. So Rafi, you can move on to the biggest and smallest task now.
Yeah, okay.
Teacher, I'm done.
All right. So Azam, can you please show me your screen? Azam, can you please show me your screen?
Sorry, internet stuff.
All right. So
This is the one.
Azam, you forgot to put input just before the brackets. Not there, not there, not there. It's here, right? Right after the equal sign.
Yep.
It's got to be before the brackets. Just before the enter the yes, right there.
Like that?
Boom. Yep, like that. So now run it and see if it works. But first, I think you've got to save it. Hopefully you've saved it.
I saved it.
Yep. So there's the second tab. There's the second tab open now. Azam, does the second tab open?
Yes. Wait a minute. Yes.
All right, so
Is
now
it done?
just go and input some weights. And then press enter and input again and press enter again and keep doing that until you get hopefully 6. Brilliant. Move on to the next task. So Azam is done, Zaid's done, Rafi's done,
Thank
Lutfi
you.
and Adam are done.
Thanks,
And
teacher.
okay, so the only people not done
Yeah, I'm
right
done. I'm
now.
done.
All right, Rehan, show me your code.
One sec. Here it is.
All right, run it. See if it works. So now
Right.
that means you gotta share the other screen.
Yeah. Sorry. Here.
Brilliant. So move on to the biggest and smallest task. Okay, so Rashad, Rashad, how are you doing? Okay, Rashad, the in range, you didn't put any number in it. How long do you want the loop to be? Like how many inputs do you want? Do you want 8 inputs? Remember, this is not some random number. In the task, it's 6 inputs. So how many should you put in the in range? Great. So run it, see if it works. Great, you're done. Move on to the second task. All right, let's see who has not moved on from the first task.
Teacher, is the next task is the biggest and the smallest task?
Yep.
I still haven't finished the second one.
So Lutfi, having any trouble or?
Yeah, I don't know how to do it.
All right, so there's actually 2 ways to do it. You can do it the Adam way, which is using arrays and using the min max function. But if you don't know arrays, you don't really know how to use that. So another way, which is, I'll show you. Hold on, let me just share my screen. All right, so another way to do it is, first of all, you gotta declare 2 variables, a max and a min. So this is the non-array way. If you know how to do the array way, go ahead and do it because it's a lot easier. But right now, we don't know how to do arrays yet, so this is what we do. So first of all, we need to put max. You gotta put a really small number here. I'll explain later. And for the minimum, you should put a really big number. Okay, so once you've done that, next thing we should do is add on to our little loop. So in this loop, we gotta do an if statement. Now, some of you might have heard of it, some of you might have not, but regardless, I will show you how to do it. So in this if statement is if the height, which is the number you just inputted, if the height is bigger than the max, okay, then the max will equal the height. Why? Because max is basically just maximum. Okay, that's what it basically is. So if the height is bigger than the maximum, then that should be the new maximum. So we've done the maximum. Now we do another if statement. If the height is smaller than the minimum, then that becomes the new minimum. So here's what's gonna happen. You input a height, and the first height will obviously be bigger than minus 10,000. So when it's bigger than the maximum, that's going to be the new maximum. And then if the height is smaller than 10,000, then that's going to be the new minimum. Okay. So let's say we put in 55 as a start. So the max is going to be 55, smaller than minus 10,000. And the min is also going to be 55 because it's smaller than 10,000. Okay. So then we put in a new height. We put in 42. So then it goes through this loop and it checks on the if statement. Is the height bigger than the max? Remember, the new max is now 55. So it's not bigger. So the max will still be 55, but it is smaller than 55. So the minimum will now be 42. Let's do it again. Let's put in 61. Now 61 is bigger than the current maximum, which is 55. So the new maximum will now be 62, but it's not smaller than 42. So the minimum is still 42. So once you found the maximum and you found the minimum, you just output those and you get your answer. So if anybody's unclear, feel free to ask questions.
Is it okay if I ask a question?
All right, what's the question, Zaid?
So you said if height is over max, max will be height, right?
Yep.
So why does putting negative 10,000 matter in the beginning?
Because whatever your number is, okay, you want it. Your first number will obviously be both the maximum and the minimum. You know why? Because it's the only number. So the first number will be both the maximum and minimum because it's the only number. And in order to do that, you need to have a really small number as the maximum. So when you put in a number, it's most likely going to be bigger than that number. Do you get it? Because if you put, let's say if you put the max as, I don't know, 102. Now, if you put in 55, okay, it's not going to be the max because it's not bigger than 102. But 102 is not an input. It doesn't count. You don't want that. So you got to put minus 10,000. So it will take the minus 10,000's place. Just like minimum, if you put in minus 541, okay, 55 is not smaller than that. So it's not going to take up the minimum. And you don't want minus 541 because it doesn't count. It's not part of the input.
Wait, so what if we don't put the max and min inputs after? Do we need to put those?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Otherwise, it's going to say, oh, variable not declared. And just remember, it doesn't have to be minus 10,000. It just needs to be a really, really tiny number for the max and a really, really big number for the minimum. All right, so Adam, I think you've sat around for long enough. Let me give you a new task.
All right.
Hey Rafif, it's actually iftar time here, so I think I gotta go. Break my fast. So,
Yeah, all right,
yeah.
all right,
Same here.
I'll see you guys later.
all right, bye.
Bye.
Anyway. So Adam, from what I've seen, you can do arrays, right?
Yeah, kinda.
All right, so you know how arrays work, right?
Yes.
Okay, good. So, right, so I'm gonna do for you a simple search. So here's the, so here's the thing. So you wanna write a program that inputs a name, okay? Let's make it, I don't know, 12 names, okay? You know what? Let's give you a little challenge because I feel like this will be too easy. Okay. So Adam, I want you to make a program that inputs Fibonacci numbers. Now, this is really challenging. I wouldn't blame you if you can't do it, but I really want to test your skills because I feel like yeah, you can do this. So Fibonacci numbers. So what are Fibonacci numbers? Well, it's basically 1, 1, 2, 3, 5, 8, 13. All right. So I think so. The pattern is Fibonacci number is basically, so you have 1 and 1, and the next number, the next number will be the previous two numbers added on. So it'll be 2. And the next number will be the previous numbers added up. So 2 plus 1 is 3. Okay, now the next number will be the previously added, the previous numbers added up. 3 plus 2 is 5. And the next number, obviously the previous numbers added up. So it's 5 and 3 added up, you get 8. Do you understand Fibonacci numbers?
Yeah, okay. I'll try.
So what I want you to do is write a program that inputs how many Fibonacci numbers you want. So the first thing you gotta do is ask them how many Fibonacci numbers you want. If you want 4, then that means it's only going to output 1, 1, 2, and 3. If they want 7, it's going to output 1, 1, 2, 3, 5, and 8. Okay, so first thing you gotta do is ask them how many Fibonacci numbers you want. So Adam, if you're stuck in any way, you can just ask because I know this is really difficult.
All right.
Okay, so Zaid, can you please share your screen?
Okay.
All right, so what's the problem?
So first, when I enter, it's not indented. Is that what's supposed to happen?
No, but I don't know about this Python IDE. So I think you can just indent it by yourself, can't you?
No, for some, no, I can't go right. See, it goes down instead.
Use tab, press tab. Yes, there.
Okay, okay.
Go back, go back.
Okay.
There.
Thanks.
Yang cewek-cewek mana ini suaranya? Ada yang udah selesai belum tugas yang pertama? Come on girls. You gonna show it. Hasna, Iza, Aisyah. Kalau masih kesulitan, ntar show aja screen kalian, ntar si Rafif tunjukin gimana caranya. Come on girls.
Rafif, can I show you my second task?
All right.
I'm not sure if it's finished yet, but
Okay. Yeah, looks good. You just need to do the minimum, which is similar to the maximum.
so
You said you should put that if statement. You shouldn't indent it because it's not part of this if statement. It's a new if statement.
okay.
Ooh, Zaid, I'm seeing a little issue here. So first of all,
Yeah.
your input's a bit off. It should be, you should, instead of putting number, you should put input. So just before the bracket, it should be input because you want to input stuff. After the
Okay.
statement, you want to input stuff. So you got to put the input. All right, now here's the other thing. When you're inputting it, you're not putting it into a variable. You got to put it into a variable. So just before the input, you got to put height. No,
What?
before the input.
Oh, okay.
I mean, like before, not above it. Yes. Height, and then you do equals. Yep. Okay, so basically what this does is whatever you're inputting here, okay, it's going to go into the variable height. Now here's the issue. You made the height capital H, but in the rest of your program, it's lowercase h.
Okay.
Oh wait, if I finished the second task, should I screen
All
share?
right, let me just, okay, Zaid's gone. Okay, you can show it.
Okay. Oh yeah, okay, wait. Is this
Okay.
good?
Good. Rafi, you put height into max. Height doesn't exist.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
So,
Oh, you forgot the colon. After every if statement, you gotta put a colon.
oh, here. So
Yep.
like this.
But there shouldn't be any space.
Oh. Okay.
There, great. Okay, so now you just need to print the minimum and the maximum. Ooh,
Oh,
there's a little red line there.
wait. Oh, what am I supposed to do?
Yeah, I think you're just supposed to put what do you call it? I don't know what this is called. It's like a colon, like it's a dot and then yes, that thing.
Okay, so now do I just print? Wait,
Yep, you just print the maximum and the minimum.
print. Oh, wait. Maximum like that,
Yep,
and then like that.
yep. All right, you got.
Oh wait.
Did you save it?
Yeah, but I said that there's an error.
In the indentation error.
Wait, is there not supposed to be this then? Oh no.
It's an indentation error. Like, what do you call this? Your indentation is not right. It
So
should
what do I do?
automatically indent for you, but if it doesn't, then you press tab.
Off here?
All
Like
right,
that.
wait, go. Yes, yes.
Here?
Go
So do I
back.
just do that?
No, you gotta go back. No, you gotta
Like
go
this.
back. You gotta align it at the same in the same place as weight.
Like this?
There. Yep.
Okay.
So
And then
that
this one too?
you got. Yep. There, and the max you gotta indent it with not in the same, but like
that.
there. Yep. Yep.
Okay. So. Oh yeah, it works
Yep.
now, I think. Oh.
All right.
Oh no.
Here's another issue. Bigger than or smaller than you gotta put it doesn't work with string, so you gotta specifically specify that this is a string. So you go to the input.
Input
Just
here.
before the input.
Before. So here.
Yes, and you type in int.
Int.
And you do brackets. And you put a bracket at the very end.
Here.
Yep. So here, this is what this does. Anything inside this bracket will be an integer. Before, the program didn't know if this was an integer or a string. But now since you put it inside the int bracket, the program now knows that this is supposed to be an integer.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so the bigger or equal to sign should work now.
Yeah, all right. So,
yes.
Then like, yeah, I did 6. Oh yeah,
right.
it works.
It works. So great. You finished the second task. So, what do you call this? I think we should be wrapping up now. So if you guys have finished the biggest and smallest task, you guys can go.
Can I share my screen? Just fast.
Yeah, Zaid, you can share your screen.
Because I did the same thing Rafi did, but it was an error. I had an error.
Don't worry, Adam. I'll come back to you after Zaid's done. Okay. So there is an error. Okay, let's see the error. The error is not support between instances of int input enter the hide. Zaid, you gotta indent the if, because right now it's not indented. If it's not indented, that means it's outside the loop. You don't want it to be outside.
So like that?
Okay. Yep. Hi. Okay. There. Right. Try running it now. Okay. If any outer indentation. Okay. Zaid, remember, anything that's inside the loop, it's got to be in the same indentation. So the input line is in this area, is in this position. That means the if statement's got to be in that position too.
So here?
Nope. It's got to be in the same position as, it's got to be the same indentation as the height equals int line. So you got to indent. Go to the if. Yep. That if's done.
Yeah.
That if's good. There. So do you see what's happening here?
Oh. Okay.
All of it is in the same indentation because they're all inside the same loop. You cannot have different indentations inside the loop. It's got to be all the same. Right. So this, you should save it and you should run it. So enter the height. Ooh. What's happening here? Okay. So somehow your height did not go into your max. Oh, okay, Zaid, you got the max and the height the other way around, because right now you're asking if max is bigger than height. You should be asking, is height bigger than max? So you got to put is height bigger than max?
Is?
No, if is like structured English. So it should be if height is bigger than max.
Oh, ho, ho.
Because you're kind of asking the wrong question.
Is that it?
Yep.
Oh, okay.
It works. All right, so Zaid, you're done.
Thank you.
Teacher, I have a problem with my code.
What did you say?
I have a problem with my code.
All right, share your screen. All right, so Rafi, Zaid, since you guys are done with the second task, it's kind of the end of the lesson, so you guys can leave.
Okay, thank you.
All right, goodbye, guys.
Rafif, I finished the Fibonacci thing.
Bye.
Adam, I'll come check on you later. And everybody else, just finish the second task.
Okay, thank you. Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Have a good day.
All right, so Azam, let's see what you've got here.
When I run to the code,
You've got an indentation problem again. Yeah, exactly. So listen, so anything inside the loop, you got to have the same indentation. Okay, so go to the if statement. The very beginning of the if statement. Okay, and you got to have the same indentation. So you press tab. Okay, and you go back a bit and make it align with the height. Yes, boom, that's aligned. Now go to the max and make it align. Make the max align with the if. You got to make it align with the if. Okay, back and press tab. Boom, that's done. All right, so the if, it's got to be aligned with the if and the height. This if, the second if. You got to make it align with the height. All right, what is happening here? I think you just need to press tab. Yep, okay, and the min, you just press tab on the min. Boom, as you can see here now, the height equals input line and the if statements are in the same indentation. It's very important. Anything inside the loop must have the same indentation. So now you just need to write statements that print the max and the min. Oh, remember, okay. No, you gotta go on a new line. All right, great, brilliant.
Daddy,
You gotta put brackets in between the. You gotta put the brackets in between the max. Yep. Okay. Now run it. Yep. Okay. So Azam, you gotta put the print like in the same indentation as the 4. So you gotta do backspace. And you gotta put the brackets on the max. You didn't close it. All right, great, brilliant. So you can run it now. Okay, Azam, does it work?
it worked. Thank you.
All right. Okay, so Azam, you can leave now since you finished the second task. So bye.
Thank
Bye-bye.
you. Bye.
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 All right, so Azam's done. Who else is left? All right, Isa, you have not showed me any of your work. So can you please share your screen? See, I just want to see how much you've done so far.
Is anyone here?
2 more.
Where is Rafif?
Dua lagi nih, Haidar sama Hasna. Ayo, Haidar dulu apa Hasna dulu?
Haidar saja.
Haidar aja
Let
dulu.
me-
Oke, Haidar, tunjukin screen-nya.
You know what? Yeah, just show me your screen, Haidar. See what you got. All right. Let's see here. I think this should work. Just run it. The indentation's good. Everything's good. Right. So enter. Enter the. You gotta put something. You gotta put number. You gotta put the number after the enter the height. So just close this tab. Not minimize it. Close it completely. All right. So wait, hold on. One more thing. Yeah, you forgot to put something. So close this tab. Yep. You close this tab. Close the tab, please.
This one?
Yep. So you gotta put int just before the input.
What?
Up. There.
Yeah.
Just before the input. You see the input? Yep. Then type in int. And then brackets. Bracket. Okay, and now close the bracket all the way at the very end. You gotta put the input inside the bracket. So close that. You gotta put this input line inside the bracket. So just close that. Delete it. Bracket, and then close it all the way at the very end. No, not just the input. You gotta put the entire thing inside the bracket. This entire input line inside the bracket. No, Haidar. All right, let me just share my screen. Haidar, do you see it? Haidar, this is what I want you to do, all right? So you see here, you put the int here, and you put brackets and brackets there. Do you get it? Do you see it? Yep. Run it now. Now you put a number. Yep, keep doing it. Boom, you're done. So you can leave now. Bye-bye.
If I exit the tab, will it say save?
I'm sorry, your mic's a bit low. Can you please repeat that?
If I exit the tab, will it save?
Yeah, it will. All right, so goodbye.
Bye-bye.
Terakhir, Hasna.
All right, let's see here. Ooh. Okay. Oh yeah. Hasna, the indentation inside the loop is a bit too much to the right. So go to the beginning of height. The beginning of height. The beginning of this line straight after the loop. Hasna, can you please turn on your mic so I can hear you
I'm
speak?
sorry.
All right. So what you need to do is go to the beginning of height.
This
The
one?
very beginning. No, before it. Like the very beginning, like just behind the H.
Yeah, this.
Yeah. Okay, and you gotta do backspace. Yep, and do the same thing for the if. No, yeah, you gotta may have the same indentation. And the same thing for the max. The max is good. Same thing for the if. Same thing for the min. Boom. You see here, the height and the if statements, same indentation.
Yes.
Yours was right, but it was just a bit to the right. So this should work. Yep, it works. So you're done now.
Thank you.
Thank you. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Dah, selesai. Well done, Rafif.